everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and I'm a realtor here in Pittsburgh, and I specialize in the city of Pittsburgh and the South Hills. So I am in front of my house right now in Brookline, and I decided today that I'm gonna be doing another drive around Brookline to show you the neighborhood. There's been a lot of talk on the internet lately about affordable homes in Pittsburgh. I think an article just surfaced about it's one of the only two major metros left that has affordable housing. I'm going to be dissecting that a little bit later in the week with Robert Wilson, but I thought this was a good opportunity to do another drive around the neighborhood. Some of my early videos on this channel were a little bit strange. The camera I was using wasn't the best quality, and I figured out that using my phone was just the way to go. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I do feel that Brookline is one of the neighborhoods that you can find a really, really, really great house under $275 or around $275. And that would include, you know, the home done all up, have off-street parking and all that good stuff. Again, it's one of those rare places left in the city that has this type of affordable homes. And I mean, you could find some in certain suburbs perhaps, but in the city, we're kind of limited these days. So Brookline is definitely one of those places that hasn't caught up to the 300s, 400s price range. And to be honest with you, I'm glad for it, because I am a super huge proponent of making Brookline people's homes, because I feel like it's such a great place to live. I love living here, and the affordable housing here just makes me smile. And I think it's a really great option for a lot of first-time home buyers, which is a lot of the people that I represent. So again, enjoy this video of me driving through Brookline and showing you my favorite and home neighborhood here. I am very lucky I got the weather I did today recording this, because it has been dreary, dreary, dreary on and off all week. So enjoy the beautiful blue cloudy sky. One thing I think you will notice about this drive through Brookline is that the homes are sometimes very, very nice and very stately, and other times, you know, there's a lot of homes in certain areas that need some work. So Brookline is a neighborhood that is varied in that way, in the sense where some of the homes look very, very, very nice and very expensive and large and, you know, have that older charm, and some look like they need a little bit of work. And so I think that is indicative of the wide range of incomes that live in the area. Some people simply do not have enough money to really, really keep up with an exterior of a home, which is not necessarily a problem. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with the home. It just means that sometimes it takes a little bit more money to keep your house looking nice from the outside. And so that is always something I want people to keep in mind when they buy a home in these areas, is just because a home is affordable doesn't mean it's not going to take a lot of money to keep it looking nice and do the upkeep inside. So I don't know, I think that is one thing that really scares first-time home buyers, and to a degree it should scare people a little bit, because I think people do need to be financially prepared to, you know, put a good chunk of their money into this home, into keeping it nice. Once again, we're here at the Boulevard, the Brookline Boulevard. We call it the Boulevard here. I don't think much has changed since I last took you to the Boulevard. I think there might be a couple more shops or some shops that have sadly closed down, but overall I do think the Boulevard is still growing. I apologize in advance for some of these roads. They're literally cobblestone, and that means I cannot get a video without it shaking uncontrollably. Again, Brookline is an old neighborhood. There's a lot of brick and cobblestone roads, so yeah, not much I can do about that. As you probably already know, Pioneer Avenue is the main vein that runs through Brookline besides the Boulevard. It's basically the way to get north towards downtown. So here in Brookline, the average sales price is $250, pretty much on the nose. For the year of 2025, we're right up against there. Now that's on average. So homes could sell for less or they could sell for more. And to be quite honest with you, most that I'm seeing right now, as of July 2025, are selling for a little bit more. But on average, that's the price, $250,000. Most of the homes are 3-bedroom, 1-bath homes. Some of them are 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes. And overwhelmingly, they're colonials. We have some Cape Cods and some ranchers here and there. But again, the vast majority of homes sold are colonials. Even if they look a little bit bigger like Victorians, they are not quite that architecture. And again, homes in this area are old, so they will need updates and they will need upkeep. One thing I do want to let my buyers know is that lately, ever since these crazy storms and weather changes have been coming through Pittsburgh, we are having issues having homes insured because of old roofs. Now, typically insurance companies won't insure roofs over, I think, 20 years old now at this point, which is kind of ridiculous. And I don't think it ever used to be that way, at least not as heavily as it is now. But again, with all of these heavy winds coming through lately, the insurance companies are hedging their bets. So one thing to look at whenever you're buying a home, in my opinion, as a first-time home buyer, is a newer roof, just so you won't have to run into those issues. Because as first-time home buyers, we don't need any issues really jacking up your first-time process. As you can see, street parking can be very common in Brookline, and it may actually be the norm versus off-street parking, and people deal with it and they still love living here, but you can see me driving through these streets and struggling a little bit because of the narrowness of the streets and having to weave through cars. So that is something to keep in mind. Kind of weaving through these streets like a maze. Some of the areas of Brookline where there are more grid-like configurations, I guess, they have a little bit of, I would say, nicer homes. And then some of them where the streets kind of like weave into a maze, it's a little bit not as good looking, I guess, not as manicured. So just something to keep in mind. There are certain areas of Brookline where I really feel it's quite squished together without a lot of organization. As much as I love Brookline, I've got to be honest about some of its shortcomings. And here we go with the hills again. I apologize for the wonky footage, but this is the nature of Pittsburgh. here we're facing the commerce side of the boulevard. I mean, there's shops on the other side, but not quite as many as this side. You have all kinds of things over here. You have, the dry cleaners, you have bars, you have the wine and spirits, you have the coffee shop, which I love, you have Las Palmas, you have Peterland, you have all kinds of things. I mean, too many things for me to name, but it's all here on the boulevard, everything you could possibly want, besides a grocery store, which you do have to go down into Baldwin Township for the Aldi, but that's not that big of a deal. It's like 2 seconds away. I just realized on this drive-thru I missed the Brookline Memorial Park, which is down on the boulevard right here. Just so you can take a look. Brookline Memorial Park offers a variety of recreational facilities. The park contains a large multi-purpose ball field, 2 lighted baseball fields, a t-ball field, an outdoor batting cage, picnic pavilion, children's playground, outdoor basketball court, and a DEK hockey rink, along with plenty of open green space. There's also Moore Park, which is a ways down on Pioneer Avenue towards the city. Pretty much concludes my second video on my beloved Brookline, my home. If you have any questions about Brookline or potentially would like to buy a home in Brookline, please give me a call at 412-926-0806 or email me at the email below, and I'd love to help. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.